Hello, everybody. All right, Facebook, it says as it's loading. Okay, I think we're live. Woohoo! Can you tell me if you're here? Tell me if you can see me. Tell me if you can hear me. Hello, everybody. Okay, there we go. Now I can see myself. It's been a while since I've done a live video. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Happy New Year. Hi, Amanda. Good morning, Mona. Can you guys hear me okay? Can see and hear perfectly. Right on. Okay. This is awesome. Thank you so much to Amanda and Kristen for inviting me here today. I feel so honored and blessed to be here and to share this space with you and to share something that I've learned that has truly changed my life. And this cause is so important. And I feel really honored to be here and to be part of this group and to be part of this space. This has just been so awesome. I've been watching the videos. Everything is lit. It's awesome. And today I wanted to talk about how we can connect to our intuition as a form of self-care. And this is something that really changed my life. So, a little bit of backstory about me. Um, I I went through a spiritual awakening in 2015 and have been on a really interesting path since then. And back in the day, I thought I was pretty good at the self care thing. Like I was eating the right things. I had a pretty regular yoga and meditation practice. But everything, it just seemed like something was still missing. Something was missing. And to be honest, I was still creating a lot of chaos in my life. I was still experiencing quite a chaotic life. And I wasn't quite sure why this was happening. I thought I was doing all the right things, but I was still kind of just not feeling totally fulfilled in my life. And it wasn't until I started working with an intuitive coach in about 2017 and really tapped into my intuition and employed that in my daily life that everything started to shift and change, and I started to feel more contentedness and more peace and more calm in my life. When I was young, I used to have panic attacks all of the time. And meditation was an amazing tool to help calm and center me. But hi, Kristen. Good morning. But bringing intuition into my daily life actually helped to contribute and like create a calm environment. And it really made me realize that using my intuition in my daily life was helping to create a safe space for me inside my body. So rather than being all headsy about it and checking things off the list, which is kind of my MO, I'm very analytical, tapping into my intuition actually helped to make a safe space for my spirit, and it calmed my body down. Really interesting. So, what is intuition? I actually found a definition this morning that I wanted to share with you because it really sums it up. So, intuition is defined as the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. the ability to understand something immediately without conscious reasoning. So if you sit with that for a second, you can kind of see where even when I was meditating and doing yoga and eating the right things, I was still disconnected from that inner knowing inside of me that knew what was right for me. So Kristen, I was just explaining how when I started working with an intuitive coach, that's when I started to really tap into my intuition and when things really started to change. And yeah, Kristen says, I love the idea of the body as a safe place. And I do too. And that was such a foreign concept to me. I spent so many years of my life battling against my body, trying to make myself thinner, trying to look better, dyeing my hair, like just doing all of the things to try to be an ideal. And I was even using my yoga practice to try to fit into a standard. And I was still very disconnected from my body's wisdom and from my intuition. So when I started really tapping into that inner wisdom and listening to that still small voice, that's when my life started to really blossom. So it expanded my self-care practice into something that is constantly happening throughout my daily life. So I really bring my intuition into most of the decisions that I make in a day. And I'm not perfect at this. Nobody's perfect. But while my self-care practice is still baths, I still have Epsom salt baths, I still have a meditation practice, I still have a yoga practice. It's also using my intuition to make wiser financial decisions and, take responsibility for my life. I use my intuition to create boundaries in my personal and my work life. And sometimes we have to distance ourselves from people and situations that don't resonate and actually cause dissonance in the body. And self care for me also is saying no to things when you don't want to do them and saying yes to things that you do want to do, but you might talk yourself out of. That's also self care, is giving ourselves permission to do the things in life that make us happy. So many times we can talk ourselves out of the things that really feed and nourish our soul because we should be doing this, we should be being responsible and blah blah blah. Not to say that you shouldn't be responsible, but it's so easy to talk ourselves out of our intuitive knowing what's really good for us, what's really going to nourish our souls. And sometimes you just need to take a nap. So today I wanted to share with you a really simple practice that you can do anytime you need to make a decision, just to tap into your intuition and your inner knowing so that you can follow your soul's guidance in your daily life and move in a direction that's really going to resonate with you and really nourish you. And sometimes your intuition is going to go against your logical mind. So, the difference between intuition and fear, or intuition and the mind or the ego, is that if it's coming from your intuition, you're going to feel a sense of expansiveness in your body. And if it's coming from the ego and fear, you're going to feel a contraction. Now, it might not be so noticeable that your body actually tenses up. It could be just a simple, small contraction in your heart space. It could be a tightening in your belly. It could feel like a little constriction in your throat. It could feel like pressure in your head. So anytime you feel that contraction, that constriction, that's something your body is telling you, your intuition is telling you is not the best thing. But if you check in with yourself and you feel an expansiveness and kind of like a lightness, that's your intuition saying, yeah, I'm into that. But in order to feel these small sensations in the body, we've got to create a quiet space where we can actually listen. So that's where Kristen and Amanda's meditations come in handy. Meditating, getting into that space, the quiet mind, where you can actually tap into your body and listen to its advice, listen to its needs, and listen to the small little shifts in energy that your intuition shows you. So, that was a lot of information all at once. Do you have any questions right now that I could possibly speak to before we get into the meditation? Let me know. And if you're catching the replay, still put your questions down below and please share your insights after the meditation. I would love to hear from you and I will answer all of your questions to the best of my ability. All right, guys, let's get into it. We'll get into the short meditation and tap into our intuition. Okay? So, wherever you are, just finding a comfortable position, however you are comfortable, whether that's sitting or lying down. Ooh, how often do you find yourself checking in? That's a good question, Kristen. I find myself checking in, if I had to really think about that, like multiple times a day, like half dozen to a dozen times a day. It depends on the day. Sometimes I don't really, yeah, it's quite often actually, now that I think about it. Anytime I have to make kind of a big decision, or even when I'm eating, I like to check in. So checking in with my body and asking it, like, again, taking just a couple of minutes to breathe and come in and just ask my body if it wants to eat this food. Like, would this be nourishing for me in this moment? Because our bodies have different needs at different times for food, for socialization, for different kinds of music. Depending on the day and the moment, you might need something different. So I check in quite often, and especially in my business, like I do graphic and web design. But when I'm connecting with a new person, before I get on a call, I check in as well. And so I can be really present and in the moment with them when we're connecting and just see what resonates and what doesn't. If I need to kind of shift my energy to be more comfortable, if I can open up my energy field to make them feel more comfortable, things like that. Um, and just I actually set a timer on my phone for when I'm working. So like every hour or so, I'll just kind of snap myself out of my productive blinders on focus and just check in with myself and see if I'm still feeling good. And maybe I need a couple minutes break away from the screen or something. So I do check in with myself quite often. And Amanda says, I love what you shared, keeping an eye out for those areas of constriction or tightness within our bodies when we're not following our intuition's guidance. Yeah. I found for myself personally, um, there were so many times when I had that gut feeling, I had that knowing that maybe something wasn't the best idea for me, but I went ahead and did it anyways and got a little slap from the universe. So, yeah, it's important just to really check in and see what your guidance is informing you of and what your body and spirit need in the moment. And just really giving yourself permission to take that time, because we can get so caught up in the busyness of life that we just keep barreling through the day and forget to check in with ourselves and forget about our intuition. So giving ourselves permission to actually take the 5 minutes, 2 minutes to take some deep breaths, bring the awareness inside, ask yourself the question, do I want or need this? Does my spirit body need this? And then moving forward from there. So really making the conscious decision to give yourself permission to tap into and follow your intuition. Because at the end of the day, from my experience doing this, following your intuition is going to end up saving you a lot of time and a lot of grief. Because sometimes you just need a little nap. Sometimes you need to just take a little break and drink some more water. Sometimes you need to just stop and have a cry. That's okay too. and just move things through your body. You might be working on something. I've had this happen many times where I've been working on something, and then all of a sudden this emotion comes up that wants to be dealt with. In the past, I would just barrel through and ignore the emotion and just, I got stuff to do. This is very inconvenient, body and emotions. And then I would pay for it later. But if I can take that few minutes and just like be present with the emotion, listen to my body and allow it to release and move through, I can usually process it in 10 minutes and then I can move on with my day. And then you're moving forward in a clear space. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I went on a bit of a tangent, but it's all relevant. Yeah. So it's kind of, for me, connecting to your intuition is just approaching life in a little bit of a different way. So rather than, just being kind of in our heads all day, moving through, barreling through, moving so quickly, it's a bit of a slowing down and taking more time to actually check in. And it's funny, I say slowing down, and the productive part of my brain doesn't want to slow down. But every time I take time to actually check in, it does save me time in my day. Because it gives me clarity and focus in the tasks that I'm doing, and I can do them more efficiently, and then I'm not getting distracted by the phone and whatever. Jan says that makes total sense. Yeah. Yeah. And I do take regular meditation breaks, and there's sometimes only like 2 minutes just to close my eyes and breathe, connect, focus, and then work on the task at hand, finish it to completion. Move on to the next thing. Because how many of us, like my experience used to be, I would just be all over the place, starting on one thing, getting over here doing a little bit of that, getting over here doing a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and then nothing gets done. And then that kind of clouds your mind. That's another thing I wanted to touch on too before the meditation is the importance of quieting the mind, or just kind of, we're never going to stop thinking thoughts, but it's so important to just disconnect a little bit from that constant train of thought, and to disconnect from the outside stimuli as much as possible for the couple of minutes to check in with your intuition. Shut your phone off, close your computer, close your eyes. Even you can cover your ears or put in earbuds and just listen to like some really calming music or nothing at all. And just shutting yourself out from the external stimuli while you connect with your intuition in the beginning is really helpful, because it helps you just to focus your awareness inside and kind of pull all your energy back from everything and everyone that we connect to in a day. Just bringing it all back inside for a couple of minutes and checking in. So yeah. Did you guys, is this making sense? Do you have any questions? Anything not clear? It is, it's just kind of adjusting the way that you operate in the day in a way that's very self-respectful and safe for your spirit. So there's lots of talk right now about creating safe space for each other. But just to reiterate, self-care and checking in with your intuition is just cultivating a safe space for your spirit to feel at home, so in your body. The whole purpose of connecting with your intuition is embodiment. Feel it like being fully embodied, making safe space in your body for your soul, so that you can be clear and focused and not staticky and all over the place. That feels like a good segue. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them at the end, but I think we'll get into the meditation. All right, guys. So let's get comfy and just breathe together for a little bit. Just taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can close your eyes. Just releasing the day, releasing the emotions. Every exhale brings deeper and deeper relaxation. All of your muscles relax. And after you've done a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, allow your breathing to come back to normal. And we'll do a quick body scan. So bringing your awareness to the bottoms of your feet and feeling the magnetic pull of gravity on the bottoms of your feet, feeling that you're anchored to the ground and knowing this to be true. Now moving your awareness slowly into your ankles and up your shins. Wrapping around your calves. Moving your awareness slowly like molasses into your knees. Feeling around the joints. And as you move your awareness through your body, allow any tension to softly release. Bringing your awareness over the tops of your thighs. Checking in with all of your muscles and tendons and allowing them to soften into the surface that's holding you up. Bringing your awareness around the backs of your thighs slowly. Feeling these big muscles, strong muscles at the backs of your legs. Thanking them for carrying you through your day. Bringing your awareness into your hips. Softening. And then up into your abdomen and low back. And here, allow all of the muscles in your belly to relax and soften and expand. So many times during our day, we contract these muscles without even realizing. Let them all go now. This signals to your body that it's safe. Now bringing your awareness up into your chest, your upper back, relaxing all the muscles, allowing your shoulders to melt down. Bringing your attention from your shoulders down your arms into your elbows, down your forearms into your hands, and as you do this, all of your muscles relax. And bringing your awareness back up your arms, over your shoulders, and into your neck area. And bring your attention to the front of your throat, focusing here. Thank you for thanking your vocal cords for allowing you to express yourself in this life. Feeling the sides of your neck, those tiny muscles that support your head. Bringing your awareness to the back of your skull where it meets your neck. And then bringing your awareness up over the back of your skull to your forehead, focusing here for a second, and allowing all of the muscles across your eyebrows to soften and melt. Feeling into your jaw, where it hinges by your ears, giving these muscles permission to relax. And soften your tongue in your mouth. And then bringing awareness to your whole body, the energy of your whole body all at once, sitting here in this moment, relaxed. Now we'll do a simple exercise, keeping the body relaxed. Say out loud, "My name is," and state your name. Feel the truth of this statement in your body. You might feel a little expansion or a lightness. Your body acknowledging this truth. And try again. My name is. And then we'll try an untrue statement and feel that. So repeat, my name is John Smith. And feel the difference in your body. You might feel a little constriction in your body at the untruth in that statement. So you can try again with your actual name. My name is. And feel how your body reacts. And then try the untruth again right after. My name is John Smith. And feel how your body reacts to the untruth. So this is a simple way to check in with your body and check in with your intuition. You can see how instant that reaction is. And if we go back to the definition of intuition that I brought earlier, it's the ability to immediately understand something without the need for conscious thought. So in this exercise, without consciously thinking, our body reacted to the truth and the untruth. This is how we can check in with our intuition at any time when we want to try something on. So if you want to open your eyes for a minute and just keep that connection to your body with your eyes open, you can try it again. The truth, my name is. Feel the body. Might be a little expanded. And then try the untruth. My name is John Smith. You could even, I don't know if you noticed that, but even my posture sunk a little bit. So this is a way that we can easily check in with our intuition and see what's true and right in that moment and what's untrue and not right for us in a moment. So you can try this even with like a piece of food that you're thinking about eating and asking your body if it wants it or not. So you can just hold it and ask and just say, I want to eat this, and see if your body expands or contracts. Another thing that might happen if you're holding something, trying to discern, is if it's right for your body, generally you'll move toward it. Even if it's just slightly, you'll move toward it. If your intuition is saying no, you will back away. So it's the same thing when you start to cultivate this awareness in your daily life. You'll notice that some things that you thought were good sometimes aren't. Like, I learned that I didn't need to be working my butt off in the gym every day. I checked in with my body to see what it really wanted. Sometimes it wants like a hardcore weight training session. Other times it wants to walk in the forest. Other times I just want to sit and be. So really checking in with your intuition and seeing what's true, what's untrue for yourself and your spirit in that moment. It's so interesting, especially with the food. Some days my body just wants all fruit. Other days I want a burger. It really depends. And the cravings that we have in our body too are indications a lot of the time about a chakra that could use some healing. So if you're not familiar with the chakra system, we have all these energy centers throughout our subtle body, which is the energy that surrounds and is inside of our body. Each different one would governs different organs and different hormonal systems, different glands, and each one works on the body. So, say if you've got an imbalance in your solar plexus chakra, you might be craving carbs. If you've got an imbalance in your heart, you might be wanting some green vegetables or something that reflects the color green that goes with the heart chakra. Things like that. It's interesting just to see and check in and give your body permission to guide you. We're not really taught this in North America, to actually check in with our intuition and our feelings. Kristen, we're so taught not to listen to ourselves. I know, and that's honestly what creates so much dysfunction in our lives and in the world, is we're not listening to ourselves. And if we're not listening to ourselves, then we can't fully listen to other people, and we can't, if we're not connected inside of ourselves, we can't fully connect with other people. And I believe that that's why we're seeing such discord in the world at this time. It's disconnection. And there's the disconnection causes pain. The dissonance causes pain and disease in the body. So if we can work with the body, these bodies, guys, they might look simple, but they're such complex, amazing, like tuning forks. We can pick up on energies instantly. And our intuition, we know, like, you know, when you're in an environment that's conducive to your health, or if you're not. You know when you think a certain thought, how it feels in your body. And if you don't, definitely cultivate that practice in your meditations. Just observe your thoughts and see how each thought affects your physical vessel, because every thought has a vibration, and every thought has a visceral reaction in our body, whether we're aware of that or not. We're not taught about our intuition at all. Thankfully, we have self-care for a cause and sessions like this to help us. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you, Kristen and Amanda, for the invite. It's so vital that we tap into our intuition and we learn to connect with ourselves, and we learn to actually respect ourselves. This is a big part of why I wanted to share on intuition, is because tapping into my intuition really helped me to respect myself. And I thought that I was doing that before, but then I realized there's a whole other level. It's respecting yourself on so many different planes. So physically, mentally, emotionally, actually allowing ourselves to feel our emotions. And then in our daily life, respecting yourself with your financial decisions, respecting yourself with your with what you nourish yourself with, respecting yourself with the social interactions you decide to engage in, respecting yourself with the kind of content, media, words, sounds that you ingest. It's just respecting yourself and your spirit in every part of your life. And you will be amazed at how that seemingly simple act impacts everything. All right, beautiful people. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm so honored to be here with you and to be able to share what I've learned. If you've got any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. I'll be checking back regularly and adding to the conversation. I'm also going to be posting in the comments some resources for you to check out. So, sending you tons and tons of love from my heart to yours. Thank you for spending this time with me this morning. And I will talk to you soon. And thank you so much, Kristen and Amanda, again, for putting this together and bringing us together. I love you guys.